Today, let us start with the topic as small signal model operation. So in the previous classes, we studied about the biasing techniques, the two very popular techniques we studied. The one was the voltage divider bias, the another one is connected to base, the feedback resistance that we studied. Then we calculated some of the elements or identities we calculated related to that, like the collector current and the emitter currents. Now, what we'll do, we'll go for the next step of proceeds, that is the small signal model operation. We need to know what is meant by that small signal actually. So here, normally in the biasing technique, what you're doing, the biasing will be done using DC, connecting the DC supply in the input as well as the power supply also. Now, small signal in the sense here, that is will be done based on the AC supply. Actually, we have to connect small signal analysis. So AC supply in the sense, let me say, like you can perform this small signal analysis in the amplifier only. So in the amplifier in the sense, so amplifier has to be work in the which mode? It should be work in the saturation mode. It has to work. So saturation mode in the sense you may know that the emitter base junction should be forward bias. Then collector base junction should be emitter base junction should be forward bias. Then collector base should be also a forward bias. Then only we can work in the saturation region. So now, as the amplifier, as you know, when I give the input any voltage, that will be amplified in the output. That will strengthens the input. Same the way, when you apply the AC signal, it has to strengthen in the output. Now you think whether the amplifier can able to perform the amplify the input AC signal means the output AC signal is greater than the input AC signal. Now we have to assume that like you are having a circuit, the terms of power you take AC power, input AC power, output AC power. It is like you are giving your output power should be greater than the input power. Is it possible? So it is not possible actually. So like a simple, if I want to say example, let us take example here. I'll show. Say this is the circuit we are showing a simple circuit or they connected the DC supply. So it has the steady state established by DC current. See here, this is the DC current we'll get. But when I go for a AC analysis, you can see here in the AC analysis, you see here what we did just in that we added a AC signal here. Just here you can see, just we added here a control mechanism as a AC signal here in this place. If I add the AC signal over there, so what will be your total current? The output normally I'll get in the sense your DC current plus the AC current, that will be your total current. So that is why what we can do simply with the help of only the AC signal, if apply, if it doesn't have the DC supply, giving a AC supply, so the circuit cannot amplify the signal. So what we need to do, we need to apply only the small amount of AC signal that will be amplified. In the sense, you have to connect a small AC signal source just along with the DC supply, you have to connect. Then only we'll get the total current is equal to DC current plus AC current. So sometimes I may share like the efficiency, if I say normally the efficiency wise, the total output power, like you consider like the conservation of energy will be dictates that over the time, the total power unit P naught, the system cannot be greater than its power input Pi. Normally what I say here, the efficiency will be like this. So when I write efficiency factor will be like this. The efficiency is equal to output power, that is P naught, I will say, divided by input power. It cannot go more than one actually. It cannot go more than one, it cannot be. It means your P naught, the output power should not go more than your input power. So for that purpose only, what we are doing something simple concept we are going to do. So example, the condition will be like this. See, this is the one condition we are going to give here. See, this is the condition. Just I'm showing the AC current, the peak to peak, that is your AC current, peak to peak should be very, very greater than the collector current peak to peak actually. So what we'll do in the sense, now let us pass on to, for this to perform this analysis, we are doing totally two different things. One is small signal model, another one is large signal model. So small signal model and large signal model. Here we are going to perform the small signal model analysis. Here two things also will be there. One is DC, connecting the DC supply. The second one is we are connecting the AC signal source. That is also we are going to connect. For that, we need to know something called as the superposition theorem is required. So I insist everyone to go for the superposition theorem, just the basics of superposition theorem. Now let us start with the reality of digit signals like a small signal operation. Let us start with the small signal operation. So for this, what we'll do, let us take the circuit as yes. So now let us consider this circuit. Now, in the previous, what we've seen some of the biasing techniques and all we've seen. Now, what we did here in this, the base emitter junction, that is, this base emitter junction is forward biased by a DC voltage VE. Then the collector base junction is reverse bias as established by connecting the collector to another power supply. See, this is for the another power supply of voltage VCC through RC voltage. See, through RC actually connected. Now, what we do? So here, our input signal should be amplified, is represented by the voltage source, that is VBE. See this, the VBE, the input signal to be amplified. So further, what I'm going to do, just here connecting the VBE, that is superimposed on VBE. See here, this is our battery. Above the battery, they connected the VBE. Just you can see here, from this to perform something like this is the figure which is showing conceptual circuit to illustrate the operation of transistor as an amplifier. This is actually now the circuit A of the signal source. First, to have to set the VBE is equal to 0. The signal source. Now we can see in this circuit, this is the circuit just illustrating the operation of the transistor as an amplifier. So here we can see we connected the battery, the output here VCC we connected, then VBE, there is also one battery we connected. Just we superimposed them one signal that is called as VBE signal. This is the small. See, there is a some of the quantities we are going to discuss throughout here. Some three different quantities we are going to discuss. That is like this. See, you can see, don't get any confusion here. The one is like this VBE. This is your input signal. Then this will be a VBE, is nothing but a battery actually. Then and the one more signal, the total signal will consider as VBE. That is nothing but the total voltage applied. This two will be called as, these two things will be called as VBE. So totally three different the identities we are going to use throughout the expression. So you should not get the confusion over there. That is clearly is mentioned here. See this. So now here what you will do to perform that first, to work the signal as amplifier. So now the signal source VBE should be eliminated for the DC bias analysis. So to be eliminated in the sense, what you have to do, you have to set first VBE is equal to 0. First, you have to set VBE is equal to 0. If I set the VBE is equal to 0, then the circuit will become as like this. Now what we'll do, let us find that the relationship for the DC current, for this DC current and the voltages. We have to go further. So for that, what is the relationship in the sense? So the relationship will be see, this is the relationship, first relationship, where the collector current IC is equal to IS into e to the power VBE by VT, where VT is the thermal voltage, where VT is a thermal voltage. What is that? It will be equal to VT is equal to KT by Q, KT by Q, where K is Boltzmann constant. The value is how much? It is 1.38 into 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23. 10 to the power minus 23 joule per Kelvin. Next term, T, where T is nothing but a absolute temperature in Kelvin. So that will be like how to find out the sense. Simple, I can say it is 273 plus temperature in Celsius. That is temperature in degrees Celsius. That is T you have to get. Then third parameter is Q. The Q is nothing but charge. Q is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 Coulomb. So these are the parameters you know, where IS is nothing but it's a reverse saturation current. IS is nothing but reverse saturation, where VBE is nothing but it's the voltage of VBE, the applied voltage. VBE is nothing but the applied voltage. Now, from this we can say some relations also we can say as the temperatures increases, that is which as the temperatures get increases, what will happen? The exponential growth will be decreased normally. So if this get decreases, then what will happen? The current also will get decreased. So now the second relation is IC. IE is equal, that is the we can say the emitter current. The emitter current will be is equal to IC by alpha, or we might have studied in the your basics. That is nothing but I can say there is a relation that is called as IE by IC. IE, sorry, not there is a relation actually it will be like this. IC by IE. That is the ratio of the collector current to the emitter current. That is nothing but a factor is called as alpha. That is IC by IE is equal to alpha. Next, the parameter is the next parameter is this. See here, IB. IB is equal to IC by beta because two parameters are there. It is nothing but R. I can say IC by IB. The output IC is nothing but the output current. The IB is nothing but the input current. That will be is equal to beta. Normally, the value of alpha will be approximately 0.99, or I can say the range will be from 0.95 to 0.99. So gain factor actually. Then beta. Here normally the beta will be range from, it will have like this something 550 to 200. It will range from 550 to 200. Normally somewhere we may discuss the beta is equal to 100 we will see. So these two, the relation quantities we should know. The current IC by IE, IC by IB. IC by IE is alpha, IC by IB is beta. So now what we will do, let us find out, apply the Kirchhoff's V, that is KVL over here in this loop. Okay, in this loop, when you apply the Kirchhoff's voltage at node VCC, at this node, what we'll get, that is something we need to find out the output voltage. To find out the output voltage, how we can write? That is nothing but initially the equation will be like this. So VCC, so this equation actually how it has come in the sense, from that we can write it is nothing but VCC minus VCC plus IC RC. Or I can say simple, from this also we can write. From here, VCE, that is your the current output voltage is nothing but your this the voltage, the applied voltage, this voltage minus the voltage as IC RC. This is the one more expression. So these four expression we need to keep it in mind. So now for transistor should be even for active mode. So for active mode, because this is a amplifier. So for active mode, normally that is your collector voltage. That is nothing but VC. The collector voltage must be greater than the base voltage minus 0.4. Got to be careful in this. It only will allows for the represented signal to swing at the collector actually. To get the large signal swing in the active region, your collector voltage must be greater than VB minus 0.4. Now what we'll do, let us see what are the different models are there in the small signals. So here, the first thing is, let us study, the first one is like, we are going to study, it is here, collector current. We are going to collector current and the transconductance. Collector current and transconductance. Now let us study first small signal operation model is collector current and the transconductance. So now here we have to find out the collector current and we have to find out the transconductance from this diagram actually. That is the small signal model. So now for to collector current, because we are going to consider this circuit, we are going to consider actually. So now let us do, if a signal VB is applied, that is nothing but this signal, this quantity. This is a signal quantity, input signal quantity, I can say. The VB is applied in the equation number 1. So I can say, which is equation number 1 in the sense, let me take equation number 1 is this. I will take this is equation number 2. Then I will consider this is equation number 3. This equation number is 4 I will take. So now what you will do, if the signal VBE, that is nothing but this signal, is applied in equation number 1. Here, then the total bias emitter voltage VB becomes. So now, when I superimpose this signal along with the DC voltage, then what will be total VBE? The total VBE will become as like this. See, the total signal will become as like this. So already we've seen that is nothing but what? This VBE is equal to, from this figure you can see, VBE is equal to, this is nothing but your battery, plus this VBE is nothing but the superimposed signal, the small AC magnitude value, that is VBE is equal to this. So now you consider this is equation number 5. Next what will do, so the correspondingly the collector current becomes, that is IC becomes, now we have to calculate. Okay, now IC is equal to, from the previous, let us write IC is equal to, already we are having IC is equal to see, IC is equal to IS into e to the power VBE by VT. So now what we did actually, just it is nothing but the expression we took for the collector current, because we superimpose the signal quantity, AC signal quantity. So if we superimpose, then the expression becomes a C. The previously we written here, you can see here, this is a capital IC, then capital VB because of DC quantities. Then when you superimpose the AC quantity signal, then this will like write a small IC, then small VB. See, we written here. This is nothing but a total. So now what you will do next, you have to substitute you consider this equation number 6. This is equation number 6. So now what you will do? You have to substitute this VBA. Which one? This VBA should be replaced by this. When you replace that VBA, so what will happen? Just to substitute I, yes, e to the power B, BE plus B, BE divided by PT. Divided by VT. Now expand this expression, then IS into e to the power B, BE divided by VT, then into e to the power B, BE divided by VT. I request everyone to write in a notebook, then only you get this derivation very easily. So now we see this one. This quantity now you check. Is into e to the power VB is nothing but what? It is nothing but simple, I can say this. So that will be replaced by IC. IC into e to the power B, BE by VT. I hope you understood this. You got it. Yes. So now I'll consider this is the equation number 6. So now what you will do? Now, if VBE, which one? This VB. This VBE. VBE is very, very less than VT. Means this signal, that is VBE, is very, very less than your thermal voltage. Now you think this value is very, very less than about this value in the cell. Then we may approximate this expression will become as like this actually. IC approximately will be equivalent to IC 1 plus BE by T by VT. See, normally here I can say simple, but actually here I will get the expression if VBE is very, very less than V1, in the sense what will happen? This becomes 0, e power 0 will become as 1. Actually, capital C only will be there. Now, just to rewrite for our convenient purpose, IC is equal to 1 plus VB by VT written. If this VBE is very, very less than VT, then this term will become as 0, then plus 1, thus both are equal. That term is now it become as same term. So we are not finding any different terms here. Now what we will do? Let us. This is this equation number 7 is valid for that VBE is less than 10 millivolt. The VBE is less than 10 millivolt. It's referred as small signal approximation. Now what we'll do? Let us calculate the total current. So now to find the total current, to find the total current, now how will we get the total current? From the above expression, 7th expression, that IC will be is equal to, just multiply IC plus IC into, that is plus, okay, IC plus IC into IC by VT into VBE. You consider this is the expression as 8. This expression as 8. Now let us, what we'll do, the collector current is composed of, which one? This collector current is composed of the DC bias value IC and the signal component IC. IC plus IC by VT into VBE from this expression, right? So now the total current is composed of two things. One is the small IC, another one is capital IC. That is nothing but the DC bias values of IC and the signal component also. So now what you will do from this, like IC is equal to, let me take DC component, I'll remove DC component. Let me take only that component, that is IC by VT into VBE, because we are going to calculate the small signal, that is parameter only. So yeah, IC is total is equal to IC plus this is will be your DC quantity. This is your DC quantity, this will be your the AC quantity signal actually. So that is why we are taking out separately IC is equal to IC by VT into VBE. That I will take it as equation number 9. Now from this I can say IC is equal to, from this I can say IC is equal to I by V. So you know that, remember in the linear, like normally signal, when it is non-linear device, a non-linear device in the sense, this is the slope will be nothing but here 1 by R actually, the slope. So 1 by R is nothing but V is equal to IR, where R is equal to V by I. R is equal to V by I, but here we are having I by V, that is collector current IC by the thermal voltage VT, that I can say that is nothing but a transconductance, that will be denoted as GM. So GM into VBE. So these two are small signal parameters I can say. See this is the equation number 10. The very important expression, IC is equal to GM into VBE, where GM it's nothing but IC, it's a transconductance. It's nothing but a transconductance, where GM is equal to, from this I can write GM is equal to IC by VT. So from this I say simple, when if the collector current is increases, that is nothing but simple I can say, if this collector current is increases, what will happen? Then automatically the transconductance also will get increases. So from this the relation I can say the GM is directly proportional to IC. Okay. At the same time, you see what about that VT, that is the thermal voltage. If the thermal voltage also get increases, so what will happen? Then I can say simple, even this also is get increases, then the GM also get increased. So the BJT is has simple, one simple point I'll make it. BJT has high GM, that is high transconductance compared to MOSFET. So for instance, IC is equal to 1 milliampere and GM transconductance will be is equal to 40 milliampere by volt. So now from this what I can say, there is a relation, simple I can say the relation is, like I can rewrite this, GM is equal to dou IC divided by dou VBE. Dou VBE, where the small quantity AC, small quantity IC is equal to capital IC. Now what you can do this one, just you can replace IC by this IC, dou IC. Already we know that IC here, just it is nothing but the change in the transconductance, nothing but the small change in the base emitter voltage. It will change the collector current actually. If there is a change in base emitter voltage, then there will be a change in the collector current. That only we can say this is output actually. This is output, this will be your nothing but input. So that will be nothing but your transconductance. Where GM is nothing but the slope. Where GM is nothing but a slope of, I can say it is a slope of IC VBE curve. So you know that IC VBE curve, simple, already we know that So this is nothing but your VBE. This will be nothing but your IC. As the VB get increases, then only IC will get increased, correct? So simple, I can say like this, it will go. It will get increased. The curve will go like this. As the VB increases, the curve like this only will go. So curve at the bias point Q. Now let us keep the signal amplitude. Which one? Keep the signal amplitude sufficiently small. We have to keep. Which one? Which one? This one. Small BE. This only. That is AC. That we have to keep it very, very small. We have to, because even the small variation in the input, there will be large variations in the output actually.